I had a dream last night, and it was a pretty crazy dream, and I think that it stemmed in part from this book, which I just finished reading recently, The Fantastic Flying Journey, which is by Gerald Durrell, or Gerald Durrell. When I was young, people would ask me, what are your favorite television shows? This is when I was like 8 years old. My friends' parents would say, hey, what television shows do you like, Matthew? And I would always say, there were two nature shows that I really liked. I would say Profiles of Nature and The Stationary Ark. And then I would say, I have two, Profiles of Nature, and in my most grown-up voice, I thought I was really into nature shows, and I wanted to be a naturalist. And I didn't really know what that was, except you got to go around in the woods and ocean and look at animals. And so Gerald Durrell was a naturalist, and I wanted to be not just like him. I didn't want to be fat and have a big beard, but I wanted to be a naturalist. Without really knowing that you need to study science, and then when it came time for me to choose, I didn't study science after high school, and that was perhaps a poor planning on my part, because no one really ever told me that. Oh, you like working with animals? You need science for that. People don't, because you like pets, they don't let you go and be right. So anyway, Gerald Durrell, I didn't know that he wrote this book when I was young. I knew that he did the Stationary Ark, which was a television show about, Gerald Durrell runs a zoo, but it's like a conservation zoo. I think they do a lot of breeding projects, and also, anyway, in England somewhere, or in the UK. I don't want to be Anglo-centric. Could be in Wales. The dream I had last night was about a bison, and there are bison in this book, which is why I said maybe it comes from that book. And I don't remember, it was kind of like in a prairie dog town, and I was kind of in a prairie dog hole. There are a lot of things in my mind that I'm thinking maybe this stems from, but I'm not going to bore you with them. Anyway, and there was a bison, and I was approaching him. I fed a cat last night, a stray cat, and I think this maybe had something. I was approaching the bison like I had approached the cat, except the bison was enormous, but he was like he was docile, you know. Anyway, and then I approached him like really carefully. And I was scared, and I turned around, and then for some reason I was facing in the same direction as the bison, so he was behind me. And anyway, and then he came up, and he put his beard on my shoulder so I could feel it on my face. And in the dream, I had this really strong sensation, in the way that dreams can sort of distill your experience to like the most important sensation, was like this awesome power behind me. And I remember in my dream afterwards, after this experience, telling people in my dream, the bison is the king of the animals. Guys, a lion, I was like, maybe if a lion had done that to me, come right here and be like breathing beside my ear, it might have been like the same. But like, I had this sensation that like, not only was he awesome and powerful, but also that like, he could kill me without even thinking about it. Not that he was going to, but that was a really crazy feeling that, like, yeah, I'm like an ant. He would just crush me. And I was trying to tell people, I was like, guys, learn. The bison is the king of the animals. And that reminded me of this skit I did when I was at camp with some other people. We did the Dino Consciousness, and it was this parody of, like, self-help books, mostly saying that, like, experiencing... People do not realize these days, maybe kids who read a lot of books realize this, but most people don't realize how awesome dinosaurs were. And so we were sort of extrapolating this self-help philosophy based on learning how awesome dinosaurs actually were. And then that would like expand, your mind would be forced to expand, because right now it's too small to understand the awesomeness of dinosaurs. In this song, that was a long way of getting this. It related, although it was perhaps tangential. It came back to, in this song, "Oh Me, Oh My," there's a dino consciousness moment. It's not bison consciousness in this. In my dream, it was, but there's a dino consciousness moment. Like, dinosaurs are awesome. You got to internalize that awesomeness. This is from the Raffi Singable Songbook, which is, my book is falling apart, but I treasure it. I treasure this book. It has all the songs from 3 of Raffi's earliest albums in it. And I'm going to do this song in G. Guitar, a little bit out of tune. Oh me, oh my, what'll I do? I can't find an elephant to tie my shoe, but I know what, and so do you. I don't need an elephant to tie my shoe. All together, no, you don't need an elephant to tie your shoe. Okay, so everything you say you don't need, then at the end we go, no, you don't need a what's it called to do that thing. Next verse is a lumberjack. Oh me, oh my, what'll I do? I can't find a lumberjack to pour my milk, but I know what, and so do you. I don't need a lumberjack to pour my milk. Ready? No, you don't need a lumberjack to pour your milk. Oh me, oh my, what'll I do? I can't find a dinosaur to eat me up, but I know what, and so do you. I don't need a dinosaur to eat me up. No, you don't need a dinosaur to eat you up. Oh me, oh my, what'll I do? I don't have a radio to sing a song, but I know what, and so do you. I don't need a radio to sing a song. No, you don't need a radio to sing a song. I flubbed the chords just a little bit, here and there, including in the Dino Consciousness verse. So I'm going to do Dino Consciousness again. Open your mind to it, and I'll do the chords properly. Your job is to conceptualize and internalize. My job's to get the chords right. Let's go. Oh me, oh my, what'll I do? I can't find a dinosaur to eat me up, but I know what, and so do you. I don't need a dinosaur to eat me up. No, you don't need a dinosaur to eat you up. That is the song. Thank you for bearing with me through all the rambling. What I'm going to do is give you a link if you're in YouTube, here in the sidebar, that says song begins at this time, and you can click on that. It's too late now. If you haven't clicked on it, it's too late now, but that's what I'm going to do. Have a good day, people.